All right, today we're going to learn how to talk about animals. Do you know how to talk about animals? So we're going to take a look at a few pages from my most recent book, which is called CELPIP Vocabulary. Okay, CELPIP Vocabulary. Now, just before we take a look at this vocabulary, I just want to show you an email I got a few days ago from one of my subscribers who used this book. Hi, Mark. I can't wait to share with you the good news. Last time I was asking about your advice on how to improve my writing from 9 to 10 plus, and you suggested that I use your vocabulary book. I followed your advice and I did the CELPIP test again last Friday, and I am informed today that I got a 12 on the writing part. That's a great improvement. Now I've reached 10 plus on all the levels. Wow, isn't that amazing? So I'm so happy for Ting Ting. Isn't that an awesome name? Ting Ting. Wow, that's a that's a cool name. So thank you so much, Ting Ting, for using this book. Thank you to all my all my subscribers for just for using my books and letting me know too if my books helped you. I really appreciate getting emails like this. It makes me feel like my all my efforts were worth something, because I'm really trying to help you guys. That's actually why I started to write books in the first place for the CELPIP exam, because I thought, you know what, I can help people. I really can help people, and this is proof. So 12, wow, Ting Ting got a score of 12 on writing. So that's amazing. Congratulations. He's not the only, or is Ting Ting a man's name or a woman's name? I don't know. Sometimes when I'm talking to my subscribers, I don't even know if I'm talking to men or women. Hey, I'm sorry, Ting Ting. See, that's just a tip I want to give you guys. If you have a name, if you're, let's say, from, I don't know, a country like Vietnam or Indonesia or anywhere, like basically anywhere in the world, if the names are a little bit like foreign to native English speakers, it can be confusing. So it would be good if you put something in your email. No, I'm not talking about the CELPIP exam here. It doesn't matter on the CELPIP exam, but I'm talking about real life. If you come to Canada or the US, and you are writing an email to someone for the first time, if it's like a business email or something, I think it would be a good idea to try to somehow let that person know your gender. That way a person kind of they have some information, then they kind of know how to talk to you, or they kind of they won't make the mistake. Because see, I just made I just said he when Ting Ting. I have no idea where that name is from. It sounds like it's from Southeast Asia somewhere, China, Myanmar, Vietnam, somewhere in there. But you know, I don't know. I shouldn't make these assumptions, right? Because sometimes I've been wrong. I've been, commenting to people on my YouTube channel for years, and I thought it was like a man, but actually it was like a woman, or a woman. I thought it was. It's like, so if you have a foreign name, just maybe try to try to somehow let the person know what your gender is, because from the name, I have just no idea. Like most names in English indicate a person's gender, right? Like for example, Mark. There are no women named Mark. So anybody who sees the name Mark knows they're talking to a male, not a female, right? Or I mean, if there's a name like Cindy, I mean, it's a woman's name. I don't. I've never met a. Now I should say Sydney. There's a famous hockey player named Sidney Crosby. Like I think that's the same spelling as the city, Sydney in Australia. So I think maybe that could be a. So there are some names in English that could go one way or the other, like the name Renee, or Taylor, for example. Taylor could be a male or female. All I'm trying to say is is it can be a bit confusing for some people, because the name is usually what indicates whether, a person's like male or female, right? So in this case, I actually don't know. I just assumed that it was a male. So anyway, let's let's go on to my book. So just want to say congratulations once again to Ting Ting and to everybody who's taking the CELPIP exam these days. I really want to help you. So let's just dive in here and take a look at a page from my CELPIP vocabulary book about animals. Now look at this. I say pets are common in Canada. So it's very likely that you will have a question about animals. This is a good opportunity to use descriptive words. Don't use low-level words like nice or cute. Use high-level words that specifically describe the animal. Okay, so this is a common problem. I've worked with so many students studying for the CELPIP exam, and I'm always surprised that they don't know how to describe animals. So very few people I've worked with know. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. So very few people actually use good words to describe animals. So that's why I want to help you just kind of use better words. If you want to get a better score on the CELPIP, you have to use higher level words. So, not like I said, nice or cute or, big or small, not those kind of words. So let's take a look. Okay, so what kind of vocabulary can you use for cute animals? Okay, what's a cute animal? Rabbits, kittens, puppies, baby animals. Like, what kind of words can you use? Okay, so use these words here: adorable, fluffy, playful, cuddle, nibble. Okay, so let's just go through each of these different words. So do you know what adorable? Adorable just means, oh, you just love, you just love the thing so much. Like if it's a kitten or a bunny, it's just cute and adorable. So adorable is better than cute. Okay, it's a higher level word. So fluffy. Fluffy means a lot of fur, right? So, a kitten can be fluffy. A bunny can be fluffy, that kind of thing. Playful, right? Usually baby animals are playful. If you have a baby goat or something, it's probably playful. It jumps around and stuff. Okay, so cuddle. Cuddle means to hold and just to kind of like to, like that. You have a bunny and you're cuddling with your bunny. Okay, now nibble. Nibble is a way to describe how animals eat. So if you imagine a rabbit eating something, right, the rabbit will just nibble on the carrot or whatever you're feeding it, right? So it's a high level way to describe eating. So yeah, like not all animals would nibble. I mean, especially for like these kind of animals, like cute animals, you can use the word nibble. Okay, so let's look at my examples here. Okay, so when I was in elementary school, I had a kitten. She was so adorable, right? My puppy loves to cuddle with me while I do my homework every evening. My sister loves animals, so I gave her a fluffy brown bunny for her birthday. I have 2 baby goats who are so playful. They love to nibble on my fingers. Sometimes goats, have you ever had baby goats? Sometimes they like to to nibble on your fingers. I don't know why, if they think your fingers are food or whatever. But so those are some examples of how you could get a great score on CELPIP using these kind of words: nibble, fluffy, that kind of stuff. So let's talk about vocabulary for aggressive animals. Aggressive animals are maybe like stray dogs. Stray means they don't have a home. They're just on the street, right? Stray dogs. Tigers, dinosaurs, any kind of like, dangerous animals, that kind of stuff. So here are some words in the yellow. So the yellow part in my book is that's the vocabulary, and in the pinkish or purplish color is the examples. So these words would be great for you to use: vicious, fierce, venomous, wild. Okay, so look at these examples. If you go hiking in Canada, you have to watch out for wild animals, right? A wild animal is not a pet. It's not a domesticated. If an animal is domesticated, that means it's like tamed for like just, I don't know, like farm animals are not wild animals. Wild animals they live in like the forest or wherever, jungle, whichever country you're in. Here in Canada, we don't really have jungles. We have forests, so like bears, cougars, I don't know, those kind of like snakes, spiders, that kind of stuff. So look at this. I don't like venomous animals like snakes or spiders. Okay, so if the question is asking you about, something you don't like in life, you could talk about spiders or snakes. You could say, I hate spiders. I'm always afraid of venomous animals, of venomous creatures like that, like snakes, spiders. What other venomous animals? Jellyfish, would they be venomous? Yeah, I think so. Any kind of like those ocean creatures that like have some kind of a poison or something, they could be described as venomous. Okay, so that's a much better word to use than dangerous. Okay, yeah, I mean, snakes and spiders are dangerous, but that's not the most specific we can. If we want to get a higher score, you have to use a better vocabulary. Venomous, that's a perfect word to describe snakes and spiders, okay? My neighbor's dog is really vicious. It always growls at me when I walk by. Okay, to growl means like this, right? The dog always growls at you when you walk by. Okay, so your neighbor's dog is vicious. Okay, your neighbor's dog is not angry. And we don't use the word angry for animals. I mean, I guess they are angry, but, it's better to use a word like vicious to describe, those kind of animals. Okay, polar bears look really friendly and cute, but actually they're extremely fierce animals. They're fierce. Fierce means like, kind of the same as vicious. Wow. You don't want to, they're not going to play with you, right? If you go up to northern Canada and you find a polar bear and you think it's cute because of the commercials you've seen on TV, or I don't know, those movies, kids movies like Ice Age, or those kind of things. No, polar bears will kill you. If you go see a polar bear, you better run for your life. Don't try to don't try to make friends with that polar bear, please. You're probably gonna pay for it with your life if you try to make friends with the polar bear. Okay, now another thing that is a common problem when people try to describe animals is the body parts of an animal. Okay, so look at this shot here of a dog. So I just list some very, very basic vocabulary here that most people don't know. Most people don't use on the CELPIP exam. So you're gonna get a much higher score if you use this kind of vocabulary, right? Snout, right? Dogs don't have a nose or a mouth. I mean, they have a mouth, they have a nose, but that front piece of their face, I guess, is called a snout. A snout. Okay, so most animals like this, they would have kind of like, if they have kind of a longer face, I guess you could say, that's called a snout. Okay, so paws, right? Fur or hair. You can use both, either fur or hair. Okay, now let's look at like a deer or a moose or an elk or those kind of animals. We have a lot of those kind of animals here in Canada, right? Antlers. Antlers, they're not horns. They're not head bones. I mean, they are bones that are coming out of your head, right? But they're not horns like a cow. Okay, cows have horns. For this kind of animal specifically, deer, moose, that kind of thing, they're called antlers. Antlers. Okay, so you need to know this kind of vocabulary if you want to get a good score. You can't describe. If you use the word horns, it's just the wrong word. It's it might be better than not saying anything, or if you describe it as like head bones, but really there's only one way to describe this, and it's antlers. You have to know that word, antlers. Okay, so hind legs, front legs. So hind means back legs. Okay, so you can talk about the deer's hind legs or front legs, hooves. Again, deer and moose don't have feet. Okay, they have hooves. Hoof. One hoof, two hooves, right? We usually use it in the plural form, so hooves. Now, what about fish? Okay, most fish have scales. Scales. Each one of those little things are... Some fish don't have scales. I think catfish... I don't think catfish have scale. I don't know much about fish, but anyway, most fish have scales, right? And then these things here are called fins. Fins, right? Like a shark's fin that sticks out of the water. You know, when a shark is coming, when you see the fin, right? So this kind of vocabulary, guys, is it's so important. It's so important. But I've worked with so many people, and they never use words like fins or antlers or snout. Right, so this kind of specific vocabulary, you just need someone to help you learn it, right? And so that's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm making this lesson. That's why I write books like this, right? Just take some practice. Just take someone to take the time to teach you. So smash like if you didn't know some of these words, and if you think they would help you. I guarantee you these words will definitely help you on the exam. Like I said, I mean, animals are a common part of life. There's a very high chance that you're gonna have a question on the exam about animals. So it's really important that you know at least just some of these different parts of an animal, right? So for example, with birds, it's a beak, right? Birds don't have a nose or a mouth; they have a beak. So again, most of the students I've worked with, they would describe that part of a bird like maybe the bird's nose or the bird's mouth. Well, it's not. It's the bird's beak. So these kind of words are important. I hope you can see why they're important. So here's what I say. Don't use the wrong words when you describe the parts of an animal. Birds have a beak, not a nose. Animals like cows, goats, or deer have hooves, not feet. Dogs and cats have paws, not feet. Right? The nose and mouth of most mammals, like dogs, cats, I think even like moose or deer, or, you can describe that as the animal's snout, okay? So if you use correct words and specific words for these things, I mean, it's really going to help your score, guys. So please try to remember these words. I know some of them, they're not common words. Like word like antlers, you don't hear that every day in English, so maybe it's hard to remember, or like the fins of a fish. But just try to find a way to remember these words, because it's going to help you, in your daily life thing. Even in Ting Ting's email, he or she mentioned that this kind of vocabulary is also really useful for normal life English too, not just for the CELPIP exam. So I'm happy even if normal people use these books to help their normal English too. And I know some of my subscribers have, but these books are obviously specifically for the CELPIP exam. So if you're taking the CELPIP exam, I think these books will really help. I'll put the link to this book right down there it'll be the first comment. I'll put it in the description or something like that. You'll find it. All my books are just on my website. So thank you guys again for using my books. Thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you always for smashing like, commenting, and subscribing and that kind of stuff. It really helps my work here. And so anyway, that's all I wanted to share with you. Just how to talk about animals. Remember, if you're talking about like the character of the animal, what is it? Is it adorable? Like kind of like, is it fierce, or is it like adorable, cute? Those kind of things, right? The parts of an animal: snout, beak, fins, that kind of thing. I think these basic words. You don't have to learn really advanced words like, I don't know, animals. Most animal body parts, I probably wouldn't even know. They probably have a specific name. You don't need to learn all those English words. I don't know most words in English. English probably has millions of words. I don't know them all. You just need to know the most important ones. So in this book will really help you kind of know which which vocabulary you should use for each kind of topic on the exam. I picked the most important words that you should use, just like Ting Ting said. I think he or she took the test a few months ago and got a 9 on their writing. I think it was a 9, and then went up to a 12. So that's a great success. So give Ting Ting a like, and yeah, again, hopefully this helps you guys. I'm just trying to help you pass this exam. I know it's a frustrating exam, it's a long exam, but hey, if I can help, if I can just kind of contribute a little bit to your journey to get your permanent residency here in Canada, I'm just happy to do that. So thank you guys again, and I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I will see you over in the next episode of that wasn't a good ending. See you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.